Moving on from that, Chucky isn't the only person that has come to MrBeast's defense. Because near the end of Dawson's video, he included a section that involved Mark, who was the winner of the MrBeast $1 million prize video. And in this part of the video, Dawson made it seem like MrBeast left Mark hanging.
Here's another example of things slipping through the cracks.
The second thing that I probably would do different is invest. He said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen, so.
But if you actually watch the full video, this is how that clip ends.
That didn't happen, so. Yeah, and let me clarify, Jimmy did help me. Cause I know, like I said, I know y'all be like,
oh, he didn't help him,
He did help me financially, but like giving me money for, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. That's why I'm trying to word it differently. But he did give me funds, but I just wish instead of like just, cause it's okay to get funds, but to help me invest and to help me be able to be stable on my own without his money, you know? So that's probably one thing I would do differently too.
After that, Dawson shows that Mark said he wished he would have had more time to spend the $1 million.
But according to Mark, MrBeast only gave him an hour to plan what house to buy and then gave him only 24 hours to spend the bulk of his money for a video.
But that was the gimmick of the video, to literally spend $1 million in 24 hours, and this was something MrBeast used to do all the time back in the day.
Alright guys, I have $100,000 here. They're gonna have 1 hour to spend it.
Also in that same video, at the very end, they break down how they spent the $1 million and even say this.
And to be 100% honest, we went into an investing firm and they told us we couldn't record.
So right there, there's evidence that they tried to meet with an investor, and Jimmy even tells Mark that he's gonna have to invest on his own.
So you'll have to meet with a financial expert on your own.
What? If for whatever reason that isn't enough evidence, Mark even came out on Twitter and talked about how MrBeast took care of him for 4 years. So I found that part of Dawson's video pretty misleading, because he's making it seem like MrBeast tried to screw this guy by making him spend $1 million in 24 hours, but that was the whole point. I should mention this, that Mark does mention that they had to make a lot of big decisions in like an hour, which like buying the house and stuff like that. But again, if MrBeast was trying to be authentic to buying stuff in 24 hours, or spending $1 million in 24 hours, I should say, you got to imagine that that is just it's gonna suck. You know, nobody wants to do that, but hey, it's the gimmick of the video. You're gonna have to make some of these decisions very quickly. I mean, just go back and watch that video. They're like in Best Buy and they're going to check out a car and they're going to check out a house. Like, they had to film all that stuff in 24 hours, I'm assuming. Unless that was filmed over a course of a bunch of days, then there we go. It's a total lie and the video's fake, but I don't think Mark said that. Anyways, I do just find it weird that Dawson's calling out MrBeast for having fake videos, but when there's one that seems pretty legit, he has an issue with it. I mean, if we're being honest, you could go look at a majority of MrBeast content and think the way you win the prize is pretty stupid, but that's the entertainment part of the content.